Welcome to Dad's Drafts.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Dad's Drafts. I'm finally here. I was going to download this session and then I had to do a 9 gig download, and after that I had a bug with formatting data that didn't connect, and then I couldn't connect to the game and I had to disable my VPN, and well, we're here. I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that we're here, that I am here, finally recording something again. Now, if it's your first time, feel free to click some buttons, or if it's your second time or third, whatever, click some buttons if you like what I do. As always, I will walk you through the steps with my picks, and I am actually back to Diamond again after some very successful drafts, surprisingly, with blue rats. Now, let me take a look at this pack. This pack is not very impressive, actually. I think it's very weak. There's a Clement, which is okay, but I don't really like first picking this because the odds of us ending up in blue-green are rather slim. So for me, it's between the Repel Calamity and the Paw Patch Formation, or the Sonar Strike, and all the other cards are mediocre, I'd say. So for me, it's between these two, I think, because Repel is a better removal, I'd say, than the Sonar Strike. And since white is decent, I think I will take the Repel Calamity here. Now, Clement can do a lot of work. The thing I ran into with the frogs is that you get to do a lot of fun stuff with enter the battlefield stuff, but if you don't have anything to stun the opponent, for instance, the, the Splash Lash, I don't even know what it's called, then frogs is not that strong. You just draw a lot of cards and you can play a lot, but you don't really have a lot of finishers. For that, you need a Moose or something like that. Alright, so there's a Plume-Creed Escort, which I really like. There's also a Monolith, which is decent. Wick is a card which can be decent if you play rats. But I don't think I want to commit to rats at this point. There's 2 Live Creed Duo, so I fear that the person next to me is going to take a lot of white, or is going to get into white. Now, we can build around this. It's one of the last drafts. Let's just take this. I'm not really missing out on anything. I'll just take the Wick and see if maybe we can end up in a rat deck, RAT deck. Now, there's some rats here, which is a good sign. There's also Stargaze and a Nocturnal Hunger. And out of these two, I think the Nocturnal Hunger is better. So I will take this and hope to have one of these two wheel. Now, I don't think this one will wheel, because I've noticed that once you get into Threshold, which is more doable than I thought, for instance with the Stargaze, they are actually very good. Alright, there's a Hazel's Nocturne, there's a Huskbuster Swarm, and I'm not seeing any very powerful cards other than the Swarm and the Nocturne, so black does seem reasonably open. Now, this is not a rat, but since we hope to get some stuff in the graveyard, I think this could be decent. And with the Wick, if we are actually going to play him, we want to focus on rats mostly. But this is also a fairly weak pack. I don't think we're really missing out on anything. Maybe the Nocturne is the better pick, but I'll just take the Swarm here. Parting Gust, that's very late. It is double white though, which is not amazing. Now, there's no rats. There's a Hidden Grotto and a Rust Shield Rampager. I don't think this thing does a lot. So, since we want to see if we can maybe put some stuff in the graveyard, I think I will take the Hidden Grotto here. But maybe we will eventually end up in white-black and nothing with rats. Wow, that's a very late hop to it. There's also Bonebind Orator, which is not a rat. I think hop to it is too good of a card to pass. And I'm not seeing a lot of rats. Now, I know this card can be good in our deck, but at this point I think hop to it is a better pick. Wow. Well, since we do focus on putting stuff in the graveyard, I think I will take the Coiling Rebirth here. And another Huskbuster Swarm. And a Nocturne. Wow. Interesting. Seems like the packs were nearly similar. I think there's also these two in the same pack. I will take the Swarm again. Now let's just see if we can pick up some cards to mill ourselves with. I'll take the Raider because I don't know for sure if we're going into white. And this is a creature which can deal some damage, and then if it dies, that's okay, because, you know, it will feed our graveyard. I'll take the Monolith. Maybe we will end up in something with white life gain. But I think all the life gain bats were taken from that pack. I think that was the pack with the 2 life creep duos. Okay, so now in this pack there is some decent blue, so I will take it here. I'll take a mascot. So at this point I don't know if we're going blue or white. There's another rebirth, which is crazy. I don't think we can do 2 actually. Yeah, I'm not seeing any great cards. I think the Coyote is the best card, but then the Rats won't happen. And I would like to try some red action. Do we take another Coiling Rebirth? We need some ways to self-mill. I will take it, but I think we need to pick up all the rat duos that we can find, which none of are present. I'll take the Orator here. Wow, there's a Gev, which is crazy. This one might come around. Gev is very good in Lizard deck. It seems like Lizards is reasonably open. I will take the Orator here, because if we are going to be milling, that's a nice saver, I like that. If we're going to be milling, we can use this to put stuff back from the graveyard. Okay, so there's another Hermit. There's also a Mentor. But green didn't seem that open in the other packs, I say. So I will take the Hermit here, and let's just see if we can maybe do something with this. I mean, I'm looking at this more of a fun deck, but we really need the Death Touch creatures that mill ourselves, or ways to surveil. Blue-black normally is quite open, but cheap removal spells also fill your graveyard reasonably fast, but not with creatures, of course. Alright, well, there's a Mind Drill Assistant, which is a rat and lets us surveil, so I will take it here. I think this will be an example of me getting into the draft with a preconceived notion of I want to play blue-black rats because it has worked for me in the past, and then eventually end up with a mediocre deck because I passed a lot of good open colors. For instance, white, for instance, it was very open, and I dropped white even though I had some decent cards. So maybe this isn't going to be the best draft. We don't have anything with food. I'll just take the Grotto. It's more ways to put stuff in the graveyard. But it's very bad that we're not seeing any of the rats. So I hope to pick up at least 1 or 2 in the next pack. It would be also be great to pick up a Stargaze or a what's the card? The other rat that mills you 4 and deals X damage, or what is it? Gives -X/-X. Which would also be very nice. Okay, well, I don't think we will be playing the Runaway together, but... Okay, so we are getting all the Hermits, which is nice. So we do have a plan, but we really need a way to fill up our graveyard. We have one of those already. I don't think we want another one. So there's a Stargaze, which fills up our graveyard. There's also an Assailant, but I think it might wheel. I will take the Stargaze here, and I hope at some point to use it for 4, so we can put 4 things in our graveyard. But really not seeing any of the Death Touch rats, which are common, by the way, so we should see At least some of them. Easy hunger there. Would prefer not to play this. Also would not prefer to play these two. Nor this, but you know, we have a red, so we can surveil too. So I'll just put these away for now. We are a bit light on creatures, and I would also like not to play this. Okay, well, there's a scavenger's talent. I can mill myself. Do I have stuff to sacrifice? I don't have any. I have a saver. Whenever one of the creatures you control, I create a food token. So I think this might help us with our self-mill. So I will take it here. It's actually a decent pickup. This can get us back any reds. This might be decent with the artifact thing, but we don't have... we don't have other ways to gain life. So for me it's between the Mudflat Village and the Intimidator. I will take the Mudflat Village. That's a Darkstar Augur, which is pretty good if you have some surveilling, because you can just surveil stuff to the top which doesn't lose you any life. So I will take it here. Yes, that's a Daggerfang duo. There's also a Whirl, which I would really like another one of, because we will have rats most of the time. Sure, I'll take another removal spell. Another duo. Okay, well, finally we're getting the cards that we actually need. And maybe should have taken the frog there and not the assailant. We are lacking 2 drops a bit. And we do need to cut one more card. I think it's going to be a 3-drop. We have 5 of these. Might be a bit too many actually. But they're good blockers, and maybe we just drop the mascot. I mean, we will lack 2 drops and our curve is pretty terrible. I think it's the worst curve that I've ever seen. But hey, it might work. The thing that this set kind of lacks, but you know, of course it's not in a set, it makes sense, is, wow, another whirl. The way to land cycle things into your graveyard. I think the new set has it. Okay, so let's just see what we're missing. We're missing a decent curve. I think I will drop one swamp because, you know, it's arena and I've been drawing a lot of lands. Now, do we want a whirl? I think it's pretty good with the rats that we have. Do we want 2 rebirths? I don't think we want 2 rebirths. It is, however, the only way to get stuff out of graveyard. I think we do want 2 rebirths, actually. There's also a rat. We have 1 class. 4 instants and sorceries. Stargaze should be there. Augur, I will not drop that. We have many rats. I think we should put in red too, by the way. So I will drop one of these and add 2 mountains. Maybe I should have picked up something to be able to use that. I mean, we have the hidden grotto, but sorry, I just heard a baby something cry very hard and I thought it was our daughter, but it's not. What do I drop? It has to be a 3. I'll just drop one of these. Do I have too many ways to mill? No, I'll just put in another hermit. I think the hermit is better than the discard 2. Okay, let's see how this goes. Now, as I said before, it's probably not my best deck ever, but it can be fun. And if we can last long enough and we're not up against any very aggressive deck, this is not the best starting hand. We have a removal spell. We don't want this in our hand, actually. I'll just mulligan. Well, I'm not going to mulligan this one. I don't want to. I sometimes feel as if going down to 16 lands has such a dramatic effect on your drawing. I am actually just going to kill that because actually, yeah, because that thing gets way too big and it fills our graveyard. It feels as if the difference between 16 and 17 lands is really punished in this set, more than it should actually. We can play the Intimidator and then we can block that, which seems decent. I will do that. I mean, at this point I'm fine with trading anything. It will fill our graveyard. We can get something back with the village. And if he does attack, that's, that's fine. He might actually use a kill spell now. I hope to draw another land. That way we can double spell. Otherwise I will just play the Assailant. Well, it seems he is going to do something with Expend. Or not. He does have something. I wonder what it is. Okay, well. I'm going to play this since we have a lot of reds. And hope to draw our grotto or whatever. I think Wick is going to die. Well, I think our snail is going to chomp. This is an odd attack, unless he has he does have it. Okay, well, that's annoying. And of course we draw a mountain. Well, it's no biggie. I mean, we can still get the Wick back with the Mudflat Village. It will cost us a land, but Polywallop, I guess. Or Longstock Brawl. He did use quite some tricks, or at least the trick already to kill the Wick. And I don't think Wick is a very impressive card. I mean, if you're going to do draft for wins, you should probably not go for a Wick. I don't think he really wants to kill the Orator. Okay. Well, if he attacks with everything, I am going to block the Boxer. I'll just take that. I mean, we have so many more of those. Well, his hand is empty. I'll just play this, and then he doesn't have any great attacks anymore. Next turn we could do Orator and let's see if he drew something. Okay, well, that's fine. Oh, that's nice, but we can't cast it because of the Mudflat Village. But it is nice. Is this only as a sorcery? No, but I need to tap a black source, and I can't really. So, I am just going to do this. Play the Orator, so we have decent blockers. And then I will surveil before the end of turn. What? Alright. Well, I don't mind that, but I think it's the first time I've ever seen someone concede with 17 life. But okay, I'll take that win. Next game. Maybe I should be playing 17 lands, but no, you've heard me talk about the way that Arena sometimes just floods you too much. I mean, I had it on my phone yesterday. I did still win though. But at the end I had a library with 18 cards, and I think 3 of them were lands. And I drew all the other lands. Makes no sense. You know, it's a chance. It happens. Alright. This seems very nice. I will keep this. Would like another swamp for the Consumed by Greed, but, you know, I cannot and will not complain. Turn 2, Orator, Hermits. I'll actually, if it's a swamp, I'll just put that in the graveyard. I know it's nice for us, but at this point I prefer getting stuff into the graveyard. We already have one of these, and we have about 3 more in our deck. Alright. Well, we do have the other black source, so I'm just going to attack. I love that trade. 2-drop for 2-drop, and ours actually helps us by dying. Okay. That's also decent. We can do this and level it up a bit. Or play the Assailant. I think I'll play the Assailant. I mean, we have the Orator, so even if something dies, that's no big deal. And I don't want to use this one on the Daggerfang duo. I rather use the what's it called? Saber. But black-green is a very strong combination. Alright, well, he can surely scavenge once. I'm not sure why he does that before combat. I mean, he should still attack, I guess. But if we don't find something for this Daggerfang duo... Okay, well... Oh, there's a saver. That's something for the Daggerfang duo. Now, I can play this, but I cannot level it up. Or can I? No, then I don't have enough mana for saver anymore. Well, this is still an advantage for us. And I'm not going to. We're lacking 1 mana. Otherwise we could have done both with the Hidden Grotto. Now, I hope he attacks only with the Daggerfang duo. And if he does attack with the Bushy Bodyguard, okay, well... I'm going to do this now, because this way I will still get a food token. Okay. Now we can use the Orator, but then our graveyard will be substantially less full, because we will remove 2 cards from it. So I'd rather wait. Okay, we can save at that, or we can do Consumed by Greed on the Bushy Bodyguard. I think I will. If the gift was prompt, return the creature from your graveyard to your hand. I think I will. Yeah, I'll take the Assailant. It's just a great blocker at this point. Wow. Would be crazy for him to block actually with something else than just Divine Reap Mentor. Okay. Well, if he has the pump spell, I'm kind of screwed, but I don't think he does. The reason I'm doing that is I want to fill up a graveyard, and maybe next turn I can sacrifice some food, mill some cards, which will really help. And then this becomes a 2/4 unblockable. But there's a long way to go still, I must admit. Why is only one full art? It's crazy stuff. What do you have? And I can always use this to mill him out. But at this point it's only helping him if I mill him. Wow, that's very nice. I'm just going to play this. This will be a 5/5 very soon. Hopefully next turn. But this is a problem. Now, Consumed by Greed would have been decent, but we couldn't have targeted that because he had a Bushy Bodyguard. So at this point, I'm still okay with the removal that I used, but I would really like to draw something for this because this is going to get out of hand pretty soon. Unless we can start beating soon. Okay, that is a squirrel. And he is going to mill. And he can make squirrel tokens, and he can forage. Yeah, it's annoying that it has Death Touch, otherwise the Assailant could still attack pretty decently, I say. As long as it's not a removal spell, I'm okay. Oh, it is the removal spell. Well, that sucks. That's a swarm, which is nice. Okay. I am just going to attack him with both. If he wants to use the Daggerfang Duo to kill this, that's fine by me. It will not make it any bigger, and I will get a food token. And we have many ways to get stuff back. So this is okay. Unless he has a trick, of course, which would be annoying. So we get another food token. And I'll play the Swarm for 3. We did mill our other one, which is very sad. And I think we're pretty light on removal now, since we used 2 and milled our last removal spell, I think it was. But these two can just attack pretty decently. Now he can make squirrels at instant speed, which is something that we should keep in mind. We can always use the Orator to get the Huskbuster Swarm back, which would be decent. But I assume he has a way more action. Yeah, this is going to build out quite a board. Forage, whenever you sacrifice one or more foods. Okay, so it's not now, he's not getting any squirrels. He's only getting squirrels if he forages by food. But this is still very good. I think that kind of killed our attacks. But this is just crazy. I think we still have to attack with the swarm, to be honest. That is another land. Okay, that's very nice. Kind of surprised there. Yep, we are taking some damage next turn. Is there a reason to mill even more? I don't think there is. We can start milling him. His graveyard is empty, so he... Oh, they all have manas, of course. That's important to remember. Okay, well... I think we're just going to do the block, and which might kill our hermit if he actually has a trick, but this way we will just take some damage and that's fine. If we actually manage to kill the Seed Miser, that would be great. I think I'm just going to surveil. Because I want to make sure that I draw something useful. Could also surveil something on top, then sacrifice this and at the beginning of our before draw step, so that we mill the card. Oh my goodness. Okay, well. I don't think I need that at the moment. This is a strange thing though. Okay, so everything's going to die. I get a food token. Now I've got this one. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent target, player mills 2 cards. So we can mill him for a lot right now. So let's so that changes the turns a bit. 8 more turns, and maybe I can mill him out pretty easily now. I mean, I can mill him for 4. We just need to stay alive. Oh, that's very nice. I can gift him a card too. Now, do we have a nice enter the battlefield creature? And the copy actually gets plus, which is nice. I think the Menace and the Death Touch is going to do the most. So I'm just going to do this. I will gift you a card. I will get the... At this point I'm just going to try and stay alive. So I'm just going to do this. I think it keeps us alive the best. And I'll just pass for now. And he has to have great attacks now if he wants to kill us. And, you know, the gifting a card thing is just, you know, a way of making sure that he gets to it fast. And if he actually kills something now, I think he's milled out next turn. Because we can sacrifice this. Alright, well, Scavenger's Talent doing its thing. So even if this dies, one of them dies, it's fine. And we can gain a lot of life. It's a fun card. Can always level this up. Then we won't gain any life. But then if we sacrifice these, we will get another food. Might be the best actually to level this up. Sacrifice 1, 2, 3. Then we'll just drain him for 6. Sure. I don't think he's going to. Doesn't really matter. I think we win either way if he doesn't kill us now. Because we can just level this up. Sacrifice 3 things. And then mill him. Unless he can destroy our enchantment, of course. Then we're kind of screwed. But he would have had if he could. Well, he is surely putting in a lot of think work. The Season of Loss actually kind of got him there. Yeah, that's fine. We'll get another food. Oh, well, I think it just wants to get the trample. That's the card that I wanted. Wix Patrol. Alright, well, I'm just going to level this up. Sacrifice 3 other non-land perms if you do return target. Okay, so let's just do that. I think it's a good game, really. Unless I misread the card. Or he has instant speed enchantment removal. Maybe this is a risk that I shouldn't have taken. just do the big dude, because why not? And that is good game. Pass turn. And I think we win. He does have a nice deck though. I mean, this thing can just go totally crazy. Well done. Alright, that was game number 2. We're going to win. Oh, let's keep this up, I hope. So, committing to a plan does somewhat work, but I think, as I said before, I could have had a way better deck than this. Because other colors were more open than at least black. Blue was reasonably open, but you know, blue is always open. Alright, come on game. I'm probably going to forget to cut this out. I don't have any money to get an editor. Nor do I have the subscribers or whatever. But what I forgot to say is I am actually mostly here to get feedback. So if you see me do anything strange or bad, by all means, please do let me know. I will keep this, but we really need a blue land. Now I think I will play the grotto first, just to see if we can get an island. I'll just keep it, because we have a 3-drop, 4-drop, and the grotto will be our blue source. So any land is decent at this point. That is very annoying. That will be a 3-3 very soon. And we don't have any removal yet. Yeah, this is going to be very painful. Okay, well, we do have a death touch creature, and I will mill myself. Hopefully, okay. I was going to say hopefully no island. Would really like to draw a land now. And if he does attack, I will of course block. But he might just kill it and then get in for 6. I assume he has some removal. Those are some very interesting sleeves. Okay. Yep. He is going to hurt us. He might actually just attack to clear the board and get in for a lot next turn. Yeah, I think our hand is too slow for this, what's happening right here. Or he's going to do a long stock brawl. And then I think we're pretty much dead next turn. Really need land now. Then we can play the Intimidator and it can still block. But we're really hanging on by a thread right now. Okay, well that's still removal. I will just... sorry, I am going to gift him food. Because I think otherwise... I think we need the late game. I mean, we have 3 mana and he has 6. Blue source, please. Or any land. This makes 2 bodies, so I'm also fine with just playing Wick. And he's just going to grow those. So we did manage to release the pressure somewhat. And if he doesn't play anything, I would be very happy. Of course, he's going to play a lot of stuff. Oh, man. Okay, well, we got something. So Wick is not that great anymore. I'll just play the Intimidator, and we will get some damage. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 if he goes all out. Well, yeah, you might as well just sacrifice a food instead of losing 3 life. Saves you the mana. Oh, man. Oh, man. He is so fast. Okay, well, I don't think we can do anything about this. We get 2, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage. I mean, we're not dead yet, but I think we're pretty dead. And this can't even block the Rampager. Yep. We're dead. I mean, we did draw our lands and we got into it, but they were just too aggressive for us. Way too aggressive. And he drew perfectly, curved out everything. Turn 2 Wondertail Mentor into, what is it? The Mana Maker with Offspring is just crazy. Well, this is not great. So we have to mulligan again. It's a risk, of course, if you play 3 colors. This is better. And keeping this because we might actually mill some creatures soon-ish if we draw another land. Okay, well, that is a removal which we might be able to use on whatever he plays. Nothing. Okay, so this is now somewhat cheaper. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're going to kill that. Are we going to kill it now? Yeah, he's probably going to do a lot of stupid flickering with it. Okay. I think I'll just play the Assailant. It can block. And soon we'll have Death Touch again. And I would like to play this if I can also use the Saver. No squirrel. But it is a frog. And now I want to keep up the hunger because he's going to probably... Okay. I can sacrifice that, keep up removal, then we can play that soon. I just want to use most of my mana, and I'm just going to play this, reason being, he can do this on the Tree-Guard duo, but then he cannot attack with the thing though, so he's probably going to do it. But then keep this in hand, and I want to remove that in response. Oh my word. Okay. And then he can get the Hunter's Talent back. So yeah, I'm going to keep up the hunger. He doesn't have great attacks. But this is a very annoying board state. Well, I'm just going to do it. Okay. I wonder what he's waiting for. If he doesn't do anything in his turn, I am probably just going to yeah, that sucks. Do I kill that now? I think I do. I don't want to lose a lot of life, and I am actually just going to surveil. Fill up our graveyard. Next turn we can play this, and then I think we have the upper hand. Or we can play this, keep up the sacrifice thing. Wow. Let's just do this. Do you have another runaway together? This is nearly a 5/5. If I use the saver, it is. So kind of hope that he... It might be close, but it doesn't seem like he is... He could have the moose. That would be a nice top deck. Okay, he doesn't have the moose, it seems. He could play the Hunter's Talent, but it doesn't do anything. Next turn I am going to play this and keep that, keep the saver up, I guess. Now we can get in for 6, which I gladly will. And he might have a counter spell. Okay. That's fine, I guess. I mean, these two are great soon. I mean, this is 2 unblockable. This will be a 5/5. Depending on what he draws, I think we are looking okay. Now he might draw a season of something. Now he might return a land. Probably should. Okay. Did he draw anything else useful? I am going to sacrifice this. I mean, I need the life and I need this in my graveyard. That's also very nice. So we have 7 lands. This is a 5. I think we can't really go wrong. Do I want to keep anything up? I don't think so. Play a 5/5 and a 2/4 unblockable. And he should not be able to kill any of these unless he has a pump spell. Okay. Make that unblockable. That's fine. I mean, he has to do some very unfortunate blocks anyway. Oh, he can use the Hunter talent again. That's very nice. So the assailant is dead. We can attack with the Hermit. He has to double block. I don't see this going very badly. He has to jump with both creatures. I think he's just going to give up now. Okay, let's just play the Swarm. We can end turn Saver or end turn Mudflat Village and get back something. Okay, good game. As demonstrated, I said the blue-green thing does a lot of fun stuff, but I don't know if it's good. Now, 2 of these Hushbuster things, play them for cheap. It's just amazing. It's really great. Now, we were just lucky that in the end, in the last pack, we actually found some cards to mill ourselves. But I would like to maybe have an opening hand where I don't have to mulligan anymore. Because I think I pretty much mulliganed nearly every hand I had so far. Well, it's not bad, but it's not great either. We can use this to see if maybe we can find a blue land. I will keep the duo. It's pretty crucial for our plan. You'll see that we will mill to islands. Oh, there's an island. That's nice. Kind of surprised there. He has big plans with the Kindle Spark duo, it seems. Now this is a better attacker, so I will play this first, and I will mill 2 cards because, you know, maybe we will mill something big, which we can rebirth. And this is also, by the way, a great thing to copy with the rebirth. It will also be unblockable, and it will be +1/+0. So we have one in the graveyard. At this point, I think we just need to fill up our graveyard as much as we can. He's going to kill the duo. Okay, he's not. Okay, that's nice. Fill up the graveyards. I don't think I'm going to use the rebirth next... well, I might actually. I could rebirth the duo and get a lot of milling. Oh, that's very annoying. I think I have to do that actually. Or we get something great now. Okay, no. I will have to do this. I will gift you a card. I will do the duo. I will mill myself a lot and attack with the assailants. And now we attack. Scales of Shell. Oh my goodness. That is just nasty. Okay. Well, I hope to draw our other rebirth. Because this is going to hurt. This combination. Oh, that was nasty. Oh, and they have Gav. Yeah, this could be a quick game. Even though... Return target creature from grave to hand. I don't want to tap blue for that. Flame color or Gev? Seems to be going to be the flame color. But this is a sweet combination. Oh, it's not. Okay. I'm just going to get in with all damage. His plan at this moment is probably keeping those two alive, pinging us for 2 every turn. But we did mill our 2 Nocturnal Hungers, which is very unfortunate. Yeah, I don't think we have a way to get out of this, to be honest. Now, especially not anymore. No clue what we could top deck. Well, that helps. But we will still get a lot of damage. But we are on a 2-turn clock. It's 2, if he has an instant, we're just dead this turn, or a sorcery. This is the problem, pretty much. And as I said before, we used up, or didn't even use, -4. Yeah, we milled our removal spell, which is unfortunate. I think we're still dead. Probably. We don't have anything to gain life. So this is just good game. They can ping us for 2, and then at the beginning of their next turn, again, ping us for 2. They have some... I mean, I think those 2 rares together is amazing. I'm just glad that we managed to kill one of them. So let's see if we can maybe snatch out one more win. But if a opponent draws rare into rare, and they work perfectly together, it's going to be difficult. But our deck is doing what it should do. So I am actually quite pleased with this deck. And I think I proved my point that at least black, blue, reds is not terrible. I never actually played it before, and then it turned out to be easier than I expected to get Threshold. Currently waiting. Yes, that we are. Now, if you didn't know yet, I also made a guide for drafting. Now, if you would like, feel free to check that out. Wow, we don't even have to mulligan. This is great. I just hope this is not going to kill us. I guess there's only one way to find out. Oh my word. But we can use the combination of surveilling together with the augur very nicely. Yup. Why does he play the Soothsayer before combat? I might actually not have blocked if he played this after combat. So always play your creatures after combat. That is a saver, which is decent. But I will play the Augur, because it can block. Now I should have done the same, by the way, but I'm pretty sure that he won't block. Now if I'm going to get a Huskbusker Swarm from the top, I might just start crying, to be honest. Okay, well, that did stop damage for a bit. Please, no 8-drop from the top. Please, no 8-drop. Ooh, thank you. Okay. I'll keep that. We can play Wick or the Assailant. This lets us surveil. And this gives us a big snail which grows. I think we can always do that later. So I will... There's both... This one is bigger. I'll just play this. Oh, I shouldn't have used that. I shouldn't have put that on top. It will cost me 5 life. No! Oh, I'm so stupid. Well, might actually just block with the Augur here, because otherwise I will lose a lot of life. That was stupid. Well, we got a land out of it. Forgive me for being so bad. I can always rebirth the Augur, which would not be great. Oh. Well, he's getting a card, that's it. Yeah, we might as well draw to main, play a land. What can we do? I think we just have to do nothing, really. Probably kill the Witness with the Hunger. Don't mind them milling that, actually. Yeah, I'm just going to... I don't care giving them a food at this moment. And I'm going to... Okay, well... I'm going to kill him anyway. Alright. I don't think I want to rebirth the Augur. So I'm just going to play the Wick for chump value. Alright, well, we can always get Wick back with a copy. Will the top copy be... And the creature isn't legendary. Okay, so you cannot make a copy of the legendary creature, which makes sense. Okay. Sure. I don't mind killing a snail in an orator, which fills my graveyard, and I can get it back. Another rebirth. I think I'm just going to play this and hope to outrace them. But they have Death Touch, of course, but we can get it back with a copy. Yeah, that's nice. You probably should. Oh, that's also very nice. Wow, all the rares and mythic, I love it. I'm just going to jam. Hope he blocks. He does block. Okay, that's nice. Oh, he doesn't block. That's not nice. Alright, well, I think it's going to be the Hermit. And gain a life. But he is going to drain us so much with the rod collar, and yeah, I think this is going to be very difficult. Maybe 2 rebirths is one too many. Sure. We cannot rebirth anything to... Why doesn't he attack with everything? It seems like he wants to give me more time. Maybe he likes to see me suffer. Maybe that's it. I can discard a Coiling Rebirth, I guess. Or I can do the Hermit and I get a copy of it. Well, that's unfortunate. I think getting food is our only out. So okay, well, he is giving me food. I like that. He just wants to trigger the Mentor, surely. Now I can rebirth the Husker Boy. And this one is strong, so I'm not going to use the Orator at this point. I'm just going to sacrifice this. Gain some life, but also get some damage. And I am actually just going to discard one of the rebirths, because we cannot play both of them. Now we can get in for some damage. Gain some life. No, we're close to milling him. Yeah, we just need to gain life at this point, so this is free damage. And I think we have to do that and gift him a card. Let's just see if he blocks. He does. We're not dead yet next turn. So maybe we can do the rebirth. I think the Husk Swarm is still the best. I'm thinking about this one because then the copy will also be pumped and I can deal 6 unblockable. Whoops. But I don't think that's enough. This is annoying. I don't think I can do enough. Let's just see how it goes. I mean, I don't think we're dead yet. He's on a 2-turn clock. And if we can stay alive, we might win. But if he can pump something, we are dead. And we did just give him a card, so it's not looking too good. But maybe we can make this work. Okay, he's on the 3-turn clock. We should just mill him out, actually. But we got another food. I hope he just keeps giving us food. That's not great. I think we need to sacrifice both foods, or we need to block something. I think I'm just going to play this. And it is risky, because if he has a land, we're just dead, I guess. He might just play it after combat. Let me just sacrifice a food first. He has a bump spell. Yeah, maybe that was too much of a risk to not sacrifice 2 foods this turn. And maybe I should have just not played that Hermit, because... Yep, good game. Okay, well, we went 3-3. A flying start, but a somewhat slow finish. I am not dissatisfied with the deck. It did what it had to do, but we had to mulligan quite some times. And some opponents just had many rares. Didn't really get to do anything with Wig, to be honest. But it was fun. Thank you for watching. If you like what I do, feel free to click some buttons, and I hope to see you in the next one. By the way, welcome especially to my 52nd subscriber. It's great to have you here, and I hope I will see you again. Goodbye.
Thank you for watching Dad's Draft.